Test, test. Good morning, good morning. Can you hear me? Raise your hand if you can hear me. Good morning, Public Works. Look at this crowd, standing room only. We don't get that very often. Welcome to the 40th Annual Public Service Awards. Give yourselves a hand. That's Sterling up there doing the wave all by himself. You got to get your team lined in with you. That's right, 40 years of honoring excellence, dedication, and the kind of behind-the-scenes brilliance that keeps our county running like clockwork. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this full circle moment here. 40 years ago in 1985, Back to the Future hit theaters. Well, the first one hit theaters. And here we are. Someone remembers that. That Mickey, Imba? I'm waiting for my hoverboard too. So while we're still waiting for hoverboards and flying cars, hey, at least we've got ChatGPT writing our speeches. I don't know how that got in there. But in all seriousness, while the world seems to change faster every day, one thing that hasn't changed is the commitment of our public servants. The folks we celebrate today are the quiet dynamos, the powerhouses, the engineers, the planners, the administrative staff, communicators, inspectors, the tradespeople who keep our county safe, connected, and thriving. And you don't do it for the headlines or the hashtags. You do it because public servant isn't just a job, it's our calling. So whether you're here to cheer on a colleague, accept an award, or throw up signs for your division, we see you Workforce Support Division. We're all part of something bigger, a legacy of 40 years of service, innovation, and impact. Let's give yourselves another round of applause to get this celebration started. All right, to lead us in the flag salute is a 10-year Army veteran. Please welcome former Staff Sergeant Rick Olguin, a tree superintendent from Indy 1.
Good morning. Please stand if you're able. Remove your hats and place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rick. We've got some history. Rick was actually my first All in the Works story going back when I started. I think it was 2005. And our photographer was Monticello Miller. Who remembers Monticello? Beret, red shoes. Thank you, Rick. Please join me in welcoming our Public Works Director, Mark Pastrella.
Good morning, everybody. What an amazing day this always is, and it's always like my favorite day besides the service awards. And the two ceremonies have the same thing that I value the most, and that it's a time for us to recognize the employees of Public Works, the best employees of the County of Los Angeles, the most committed public servants that I know, building trust every day. Congratulations to everyone, and thanks for being here. It's our opportunity to recognize each other for the work we do every day. You know, Kurjan said it, it's 40 years, and I've been here for 38 of those years of the department's consolidation in 1985, started in 1987, and this is a special year as we celebrate 40 years as a consolidated public works department, the largest public works department in the United States, both by the number of people that we serve, but also by the scope of our operations and our mission. It's a giant challenge and a giant responsibility we have to meet, and you do that so well every day, every year. And it seems that every year has some new challenge to it, right? Something I've said many times, okay, that was a hell of a year, maybe this year will be different. And in fact, every year it seems like something comes to challenge. And why is that? Because we are serving people. And in our lives, in the lives of every human being, there is always some challenge. There's always some work to do. A lot of that challenge comes with pain, and it creates a lot of uncertainty. And the thing that our department is able to do so well is create certainty for people in the time of work and pain. And this year is no different. I would be remiss in not mentioning the fires, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But again, the reason we're here is to actually take time out in the confines of our own department and do what very rarely happens, and that's thank you public servants for what you do every day. Because I know you don't hear that normally from the public. You don't read that in the newspaper. It's, as Kirjan said, behind the scenes, the work we do. You have to be into that. You have to be a selfless person to choose the work that you do with the skill that you do it. And again, this year, and those that will be awarded, you'll see they display that commitment, that public servant commitment. So it's such a great honor for me to be here and to be honoring not only those that will get awards today, but all of you who are in attendance today and our entire department. I know we're streaming. I think we're streaming this. Yes. So I know that our field operations may be watching as well. So hello to our field folks, and hello those of you that are at home working from home today. You're missing it if you're not here. I think this is almost like it always is a packed house, and we can only let so many people in here per the fire marshal. So I know we also provide this by streaming for that reason. So again, to the entire Public Works family here in our department, congratulations for 40 years of service as the most trusted public agency in the region. And thank you for continuing that service year in, year out. So we're going to now go to our land acknowledgement, which is a part of all county events, acknowledging the Native and Indigenous peoples of Los Angeles County. So I think we have a video this time to do that. Am I reading? Okay. There's a prompter here.
The County of Los Angeles recognizes that we occupy land originally and still inhabited and cared for by the Tongva, Tataviam, Serrano, Quiche, and Chumash peoples. We honor and pay respect to their elders and descendants, past, present, and emerging, as they continue their stewardship of these lands and waters. We acknowledge that settler colonization resulted in land seizure, disease, subjugation, slavery, relocation, broken promises, genocide, and multi-generational trauma. This acknowledgement demonstrates our responsibility and commitment to truth, healing, and reconciliation, and elevating the stories, culture, and community of the original inhabitants of Los Angeles County. We are grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on these ancestral lands. We are dedicated to growing and sustaining relationships with Native peoples and local tribal governments, including, in no particular order, Fernandinho Tataviam Band of Mission Indians, Gabrielino Tongva Indians of California Tribal Council, Gabrielino Tongva San Gabriel Band of Mission Indians, Gabrielino Band of Mission Indians Quiche Nation, San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, San Fernando Band of Mission Indians. To learn more about the First Peoples of Los Angeles County, please visit the Los Angeles City County Native American Indian Commission website at lanaic.lacounty.gov.
So glad to be working for a board and for a county that acknowledges the impacts we humans have had on others, the places that we inhabit, and just basically the culture of LA County. It's interesting because you watch that video, and I'm sure you can see some of the places that you operate and maintain, and also facilities that we've designed. Our mission is very well displayed in that video. It goes to show you what impact we have, and frankly, the burdens and benefits that we can create as a infrastructure agency for the community of Los Angeles County. It is a reminder that we are all stewards of this great land for future generations. It is an awesome responsibility the department has and the county has. So A little bit about our department for those of you that haven't been here that long, or maybe those of you who've only been here 20 years or 15 or 10 years, or maybe just 2 weeks. I know we have a few very new employees here. I just met one on the way in the door here. The department was formed in 1985 after the Board of Supervisors consolidated the county's road department, flood control district, and county engineer. But not only those three components, but another 130 other special districts, including our waterworks districts, and many other, our landscape maintenance districts. We inherited, the county inherited a ton, and the department inherited a ton of responsibilities in this consolidation. In fact, it's over 150 special districts that are consolidated into one public works agency. The purpose of that consolidation was primarily based on creating ease of service to the public, and particularly the land development and private property owner developers who were running all over the county to attempt to secure permits to do, improve their lands. And so what an awesome move that was by the Board of Supervisors. I'm so thankful for it at the time. When I think back on it and think about how far we progressed as an agency, and particularly how we've been able to integrate our services for better planning, but also to serve the public in a way that's more comprehensive and integrated. It actually was a very modern move for a time when, siloed bureaucracy was very much the wave of the future. And if you look at other jurisdictions and sister jurisdictions, you'll note that they still haven't consolidated those services. There's one sort of small one nearby here called the City of Los Angeles. And the City of Los Angeles suffers from that lack of integration every day, and those that actually suffer the most from it are the community that they serve. It's very difficult to navigate a county as large as ours, or a city as large as the city of LA, when you have these agencies not interacting with each other on a regular basis. In fact, much of my career has been trying to get those agencies over there to talk to each other so that we can then talk with them. And in fact, that idea of collaboration is a value in our department. It's an absolute value in our department, and it's so valued by community. And I value it and focus on it heavily as I've been the director of this department, but all the way along the way, looking at our built environment as a system of systems and not siloed systems, independent systems. So the department is definitely better off for the consolidation. You can imagine when the consolidation occurred and you had those three major agencies, what kind of tribal war we had going on here. You had three chiefs in charge of each one of these agencies: flood control, county engineer, and road department. And in fact, Director Timonson, who the building's named after, was the chief road commissioner of Los Angeles County, and he was named the first director of public works. And so you're wondering, who's this guy's name on the building? That's the first director of public works, and it was during the consolidation that Director Timonson was named, Tom Timonson was named. This 40-year anniversary comes at a time when we face the county's most destructive natural disaster in a century, the Palisades and Eaton fires. And for those of you that have been in the field and seen it, or been interacting with the community members most impacted, you will know, like I know, that this is our career event, and at least my career event, and how significant this fire and overall incident, has been on the lives of the community of Los Angeles County. And let me just stop for half a second to acknowledge those of you who may have been impacted personally by this incident. I know that we have employees who've lost homes, we have employees who've been displaced, we have employees' families who've been displaced. I don't think there's a person in Los Angeles County and actually beyond that hasn't been touched by these incidents, with over 13,000 structures destroyed, some 6,000 in Altadena alone. Not just residential, but commercial and public buildings destroyed. It's almost unfathomable how large the incident is. In fact, in my 38 careers, I never thought there would be a day that I would actually come to the realization that we could be easily overwhelmed as an agency with the request for service. And in fact, we've had to appropriately, humbly request help from the federal government in our effort to clear all these lots. And so we've invited our friends from the Army Corps of Engineers to come and partner with us to do the work. Now, it's interesting because you see the Corps of Engineers be the face of that cleanup, but for those of you who may not know, our department has been the absolute lead in actually the mission of cleaning up every single lot of its fire and ash debris. For those that you are involved, and actually all of you are involved in some way or shape or form, thank you for the work you've done to date on this. It's been amazing, and it's being acknowledged quietly and loudly by our County Board of Supervisors. Back to those that have suffered a loss, I feel your pain. I know you're going through a lot. I know it's not easy to come to work and be focused on others' need when you're in your own need. Thank you for your commitment to public service, but also, please be taking care of yourself first, making sure that you understand and take care of your family and take care of your loved ones and take care of your own mental health as you've gone through a significant event. Whether you realize it now or you will realize it later, it has impacted your life, and it will impact you for some time going forward in your life. I speak of this from personal experience. So, you know, also some of the numbers, 38,000 acres burned, more than 16,000 structures destroyed, and 30 lives lost. Devastating, absolutely devastating, creating incredible uncertainty for people. You know that less than 1% of anyone in our world actually builds things or gone through a building permit process? Ask yourself if your family ever had to actually build your own structure. Some of us, even the folks in the industry, haven't built anything or pulled permits for ourselves. Some of us actually have designed things and never actually had to build them and go through the process of building. It's very few people that have that experience. And you can see why the department and all of you here, all of you included, are going to be tapped for all of your skills to create a path of certainty for people as they go through this in LA County. It's a huge challenge in front of us. And I know that we're going to step up to it. Amid the stories of loss and destruction, there have been some heroic examples of public service. Our staff who were evacuated or even lost their homes, as I mentioned, only to report to work just days later. And I can think of the number of you right now. I can see you. Crew members racing alongside state workers and community volunteers to place tens of thousands of sandbags on private property. I know many of you were involved, and I just was downstairs this week talking to the members of our Stormwater Engineering Division about their role in leading that effort. We have maintenance crews, amazing maintenance crews, clearing road hazards like downed power lines, fallen trees, and broken glass to allow residents and utility workers to safely re-enter neighborhoods. We had people from our Building and Safety Department who evaluated nearly 13,000 homes and other structures for fire damage, structural weakness, and potential collapse. And employees on the front line of public service working at disaster recovery centers and recovery hotlines, helping grieving families navigate the complex recovery process. During the response, I was actively involved with the media in representing the County of Los Angeles, but more importantly, I was actively involved with the other county departments responding. And we didn't mention it here, and I'm surprised, our operations center, our department operations center, led by Josh Svensson and by others in that emergency management group, our dock director, Steve Berger, for most of the time, those of you who reported into the dock day in and day out, thank you for your service to the public. You made it possible for me to have the confidence to respond and help the first responders respond to the fires, which went on and on. In fact, I drove many areas during the fire and was in and out of actually active fire areas. One of the stories I will never forget is running up on one of our foremen and crew members from Waterworks District, and I'm totally going to blank on his name right now, and if you're here, make sure you raise your hand, who was hiding out in the pump station at the base of Topanga, keeping the generated power going so that our tanks in Topanga could be kept full so that the aerial firefight could continue. I don't know if Waterworks, Caroline is here. She knows who I'm talking about. Yeah, there's Waterworks. I think his first name's Anthony. Anyway, I gave him a coin on the spot. I was totally blown away. The reason I don't really need to name his name is because I did recognize him personally already, but also I just wanted to give you an example of what I know happens all day, every day here at Public Works, especially for our folks in the field who know where the skeletons are and act before being asked. They know what to do and they act on it. They are aware where the hazard might be and without being asked again, they go and proactively take care of their problem. This individual, again, was taking shelter in the pump station house, cinder block house, with fire all around, and had pulled a major generator into the location, hooked up the generator, and got it going. I pulled in with staff from Public Works, and he emerged from the pump house and said, "I kept it going, boss." I've told that story to across this country as a good symbol and surrogate for what you do every day. And I'm talking about not only folks in the field, but those of you that were manning phones, DSW workers who were pulled to other areas, took on new jobs, the folks who I ran into on the debris removal who were inventing how to fill out online an ROE form, the people behind Chris Shepard, who have showed up day in and day out despite in sort of forgetting their own well-being and have answered the call. I will never forget that. And I've never forgotten it in my entire career. This is emblematic of our entire career. I have been, for 38 years, one of you. I started out here right out of college and went and actually provide emergency management response in the field throughout my career, just generally following the code of our department, the can-do code, building trust with community, right on the ground, one person at a time. So again, took a little extra time to talk about this because it is significant. Just a reminder and a thank you to all of you for showing up when it mattered. I see it, and I appreciate you. So let me, I am also looking for all of you to share your similar stories with the department, and we're going to arrange, and I've been thinking about this, to arrange for a way for you to get to provide that story, because I think it's really important. It's therapeutic for you as an individual, but it's also really good for our department to record recorded history of what's gone on, so those that come beyond you will understand. Because it doesn't rain every day, and there's not a fire every day. And it's very hard to prepare anyone of what you do in these situations. So being able to tell that story and record it is really important. So one of the things I'll ask you to do, if you don't mind, is actually take some time and write down where you were and what you did for the department when this event occurred. We're going to want to collect those, and we're going to want to put them into a history, a digital recording of the department. And I'm also going to make an opportunity, and I know, Jeff, I've been talking to you about that. I'll create an opportunity for us to actually be videotaped if you'd like to tell your story, sort of like story time. I forget they call that, but it was NPR had that where they would allow people to go into like a little phone booth and tell your story. I'm envisioning something like that. Again, the first step though is write it down while you remember it. It's fresh in your mind. What happened? Where were you? And then also in a Hawaiian tradition, tell that story. Please don't be afraid to tell the story to whomever's around you, whether you're in a supervisory role or you're, just entering the department. It's very, very good and very healthy for you to communicate what happened during this event and to have the department know about it, okay? I'll encourage you to do that. I lastly thinking back, I want to also remember a very important person, an influential person in my life and in the department's life, and that's Mr. Director Harry Stone, the second Director of Public Works. Harry passed away recently. He was the director of the department from 1994 to 2001. Director Stone began his career at the age of 18 as a junior engineering aide for county's flood control district. He was appointed Public Works Director by the Board of Supervisors in August of 1994. And Director Stone's legacy of public service excellence continues to inspire all who knew him. I was in touch with Harry up to the end of his life. He was very, very interested in public works. They are a public works family. If you know about Director Stone's family, Robert Stone is the CEO of the City of Hope, the cancer center for this area. Their family's been heavily engaged in public service for years. And I just wanted to take a time to recognize Harry Stone, maybe just taking a moment of silence to remember him. Okay, thank you for that, and thank you, Harry. So let's get to some fun stuff, with a lot of heavy talk so far. Let's do this part that I enjoy the most, and this is this roll call. But first, I will start with introducing our executive team here. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, our chief, somebody wrote unfortunately here, I didn't write that. Angela's probably listening to me right now. I do want to acknowledge our Chief Deputy Director, Angela George Moody, who's taking a well-deserved vacation this week. Angela's so always concerned about you. She texted me and said, make sure you tell them congratulations. So I'm channeling her, and Angela, it's not an unfortunately. Unfortunately, you're not here helping me, but you're taking the time you deserve to get away and recharge. I invite each member of the executive team to stand as I call out your name. So first, Assistant Director Mickey Esposito, and you can stay standing. Hi, Mickey. Assistant Director Art Vandervis. I don't see Adam. Is Adam here? Adam, okay, I'm going to call his name out. Adam Ariki, who's advocating in Washington, D.C. right now. Steve Berger, who's doing his civic duty by being on jury duty today. Sid Tesoro, Environmental Services, Corps Service Area. Sid. Vincent Yu, Deputy Director of Construction Management. Luis Ramirez, over Municipal Services. Jeff Howard, Administrative Services. John Callis, our Chief Information Officer. Leanne Hall, our Chief Financial Officer. And I want to introduce the newest member of our executive team, whose first day is today, total newbie. Geetha Shan is here. Geetha. Welcome, Geetha, to our department. And Geetha will be overseeing the public contracting and asset management branch. So thank you to the executive team for your, and you'll get to hear from them because they're going to come up here and do their part too. But let's do the division roll call. This is where you get to show your spirit. You know, normally I will not allow people in our business operations to describe themselves as divisions, but this is the one place that we get to do the division rollout. So, you know, we do this alphabetically, so you know it's coming. I'm getting you a chance to warm up. All right, are you ready? Aviation Division. Wait, let's give Jason one more try at that. Okay. You want to try again? Well, keep it real quiet. Aviation Division. You got to work on that, Jason. Okay. Building and Safety Division, Juan Madrigal. Woo! Whoa! Okay, Juan, you picked it up. And you came front row, the whole thing, man. Really glad to see. And to Building and Safety Division, I know you're front and center right now. The pressure's on. You know we have your back. The department has your back. All you have to do is ask. And so, go, go, go. Business Relations and Contracts, Sue Kim. There's a lot of cheerleading this time around. Okay, now this one involves our Chief Information Officer, and includes systems and applications and operations and infrastructure. So, we got one. Oh, wow. All time. That wasn't written by AI, Jeff. That was a... Where's Callis? He's hiding. John oh, there he's hiding. He's like... Pretty good, John. Yeah, you upped it with the horns. Did you hide those horns when you came in? It was pretty good. Felt like it was a soccer match there. Okay, the Chief Financial Office consists of Budget Fund Management, Claudia Priotone, and Fiscal Division, Vivian Chang. Debit. I don't know if you saw those signs, but it was debit and credit. That was pretty good. I like that. Okay, Community and Government Relations, Jocelyn Stark.
We the vision squad, sharp eyes on the prize. Photos, videos, and graphic designs. Government contracts and social platforms. We rock to talk to the press. The PIO squad, we got CGRG, CGRG.
It's not fair because they have all those creatives in their group, you know, they can come up with cool stuff. Design Division, Yun Sim. Get back to work. Emergency Management Group, Joshua Svensson. Timing is everything. Nice. Environmental Programs, Amiko Thompson. Like the trash cans. I want the trash can. You might remember when Houston cheated in the World Series and there was a trash can involved. Someone might have taken like 20 of those to the game and shook it, yeah. Actually, EPD, we need to just stop for half a second. Wow, dead center. Solid waste. It's all about solid waste, obviously. Taking something from an uncontrolled condition to a controlled condition, moving debris, fire and ash debris, 4.5 million tons of waste, fire and ash debris, to be moved from an uncertain condition to a certain condition. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. And you've done that, you've led that in an incredible way. Every piece of the work you've done, you do every day, got involved in this event, right? I know you're tired. You guys are making a difference, huge difference. Amiko, thank you for your leadership. And I already mentioned Chris. Really amazing stuff. And I don't know how you're doing it, but keep doing it. Thank you. Fleet Management, Richard Smith. Don't mess with Fleet. They have your car. They have our equipment. Fleet is an amazing group of people from all over our department, the mechanics that work there, from the mechanics to the people, administrative people in there. Some of my favorite people, obviously, keeping us safe. Safety is a value in our department, major safety value. This Fleet is the center of that safety, for sure. Fleet, thank you for showing up, delivering on the promise to keep us rolling, and actually helping out with fire and sheriff and ISD and everybody else. Our fleet is unmatched, our fleet staff. The fleet itself is 6,000 pieces or so, but the people that keep it running back there, even though it was quiet, Richard, I'm really proud of Fleet. Geotech and GMET. William Mann. GMET rocks, got it. Wow. I know it's okay to call you nerds. Nerds. Rock nerds. Would you keep the soil in the mountains? Human Resources, Patricia Chan. All about people. Yeah. Like I say, it's all about people. HRD, thank you all. Appreciate you. Internal audit. Internal audit. It's very small but mighty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who let the kids out? Jesus, man. We will audit you, Jeff? Seriously? That's scary. Land Development Division, Kiara Barnett. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Remember, for all. I do get it, though. Kiara is there deep in it at Altadena and also on the other side of town, Palisades. Land Development Division is, you heard me describe our department's consolidation. Land Development Division was the first division that was truly integrated, all the different parts of these agencies put together into one, and it was serving the development community. So I always think of Land Development Division as that first place. Carl Bloom, if you remember, was the division chief, the first division chief over it, and there was a guy named Mark Bistrella that started his career there. So I always think of Land Development Division as that place I started, but also it's emblematic of this consolidation of the department and the integration, turning land development into a system of systems and not separate things. And of course, you just mentioned, I very much appreciate you mentioning the people that are suffering the greatest burden right now, and that's our Altadena community. Incredible. Thank you for the focus. Operational Services, Bob Scharf. Come on now. We got a conductor here. Wow. I could go on and on in this whole role. Every one of you are special. The electricians, the trades, the painters, the signal maintenance folks, the pump operators, the welders. This is the trades. The OSD is the trades. Very proud. I would match you guys up to any other trades. I'm about to meet with the trades, the building trades later today. I'll be bragging on you. This is the place to come and learn the trades and actually have a great career in the trades. Thank you all for what you do every day. Okay, Project Management 1, Hassan Alameddin. I don't know if that his signal was help, but they're pulling it off. Harbor UCLA yesterday, we topped out the building. Thank you, Project Management 1. Project Management 2. Project Management 2. Okay. Project Management 3, John Atkins. Yeah. PMD3, rocking the horizontal world. And helping out with PCH, John Atkins in the group. Thank you so much for the response and managing through the event. Making sure we move the material properly, our flood control facilities, as well as reinstating PCH are heavily involved there, coordinating the department. You guys are, all the PMs are reflecting what I wanted us to focus on, project management, making it the core of our department. Project management, project solving. It's not what you think, it's how you think and how you do the project. Thank you to all three, PM 1, 2, and 3. We got to give you guys each a different name so we can get this right. But vertical and horizontal construction in this county is dominated by this department, and we do it in a way of such excellence. I hear about it all the time, John, from the Army Corps of Engineers, who are so amazed by what you guys have been pulling off. Thank you, PM 1, 2, and 3, for what you do. The Risk Management Office, led by Jackie. Oh my God. Oh, check him out, man. Oh my God. Emma, you got to put some boundaries on this. Wow, that's the risk management team at Public Works. It's a high-risk presentation there. Keeping us safe, risk management, keeping us safe, reminding us to go home every day and practice safety every day. Risk management, thank you for being very critical to our organization and keeping us true to that value of safety. Road maintenance, Michelle Clemente. Michelle. She's trying to tell me they're working. They're all out working. Michelle, thank you, and thank your staff. I haven't mentioned, by the way, Glenn Ramos totally blew me away with the. I don't know if you saw Glenn. Everybody on the news, they go, Director, is it okay that Glenn spoke, to the media? I watched it. I said, oh my God, make him a spokesperson for the department. Incredible work. He was doing a good job of pointing out his colleagues too, which I really appreciate, but his focus as road maintenance focuses on people and on the community you serve. You're right, on the road, where the rubber hits the road, and there's so much work ahead of you all. Stay steadfast, keep going. People are counting on you. Sewer maintenance, Andrew Ngamba. Oh, yeah. Wow. That's quite an update to your slogan. Keep it in the pipe. Very cool. Building sewer. Sewer is like the full guarantee of work division. You have to have sewer. Same with what's coming up. Stormwater engineering, Sterling. That's all the section heads, right? I think I get all the section heads there. That's good. I already mentioned you guys, so I'm moving on. Stormwater maintenance, Jolene Guerrero. Jolene. Jolene, I'm hoping that the field folks are watching from the field today. Hopefully they're tuning in, streaming to them. Again, stormwater maintenance and flood maintenance, like I continue to fall back on the name, but stormwater maintenance, carrying out the day. Really an amazing thing that a lot of people don't know about is stormwater maintenance and engineering put together a rapid plan to take care of all of LA County's debris flows, including those fire and ash debris that would leave homes. And for the first time in my memory, we were in city streets, city of Los Angeles streets, capturing stormwater, filtering it before it entered into the system, protecting people. And also I know, I'm just gonna say it here, Jolene, a lot of your people called me and said, can I run the D8 down the channel this time? And inside joke, and of course I said, go for it. We had full confidence of the state of California, of the County Board of Supervisors and the City of LA to keep them safe from debris and flood flows post-fire, and that's because of your reputation and what we're able to do. And then the reconstruction of tons of stuff during the event, incredible. So I know Adam's not here today, but I know truly, and he would say it too, is flood maintenance is the jewel of this department's maintenance arm for flood control. You are the jewel of the area, a regional provider of maintenance. Not easy to do. So thank you all for what you do every day, and in particular this year with what the threat that we had, the post-fire threat that we had, we handled very well. Thank you very much. Speaking of stormwater planning, Matthew Frary. They're planners. It's okay. Thank you. Stormwater quality, Mark Lambos. Okay. Strategic Planning and Sustainability Office, TJ Moon. Nice. Nice job. Small but mighty there. That was good. Survey mapping and property management, Greg Even. Uh-oh.
Is our game. Land services is our game.
We survey it.
We map it.
We buy it.
Dana, that was awesome. I mean, I like how, can you just say your part again?
We buy it.
Got it. This is the county surveyor, by the way. The county surveyor is right here. This is one arm of the department that can't, as I said, 3 major parts: county surveyor, county engineer. Thank you all for what you're doing. You're mapping the hell out of it. And we're bringing to bear, under Mark's leadership and Greg's leadership, all new tools to mapping, which are making a huge difference. I don't know if you saw that one of our maps, our county maps, actually became a billboard at Altadena recently, and is becoming like this centering place for people to come to. And I was like, wow, you're informing people and giving them certainty by actually laying out what's actually happened and what, the ownership of the property, where things are. When I went up there, I couldn't even figure out where I was standing because everything had been decimated. Imagine a property owner trying to find the property lines, everybody. They can't even tell where their property started and ended. It's pretty scary, and this group provides that certainty every day. The county surveyor, mapping, and real estate folks, thank you for what you do. It's a very important part of our department. Okay, traffic and safety and mobility, Elaine Kunitaki. I like the signal, that's cool. Speed hump. I thought there'd be like a speed hump or something. Anyway, thank you, Elaine. Thank you, TSM. Transportation Planning and Programs, Mary Reyes. Oh, ooh. Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you both. Survey mapping and property management, I mentioned. Transportation planning, I mentioned. Waterworks, Carolina Hernandez. Carolina, who's your new leader there, your new cheerleader? I don't recognize him. Who is that? That's somebody new is that the rookie you made him step up front? Okay. Sounds like Waterworks. All right, 29, 40, 36. Let's go. Workforce support, Emma Ayala. Listen, everybody, workforce support now. Come on. Round of applause. I like to say they make things fun. They take care of, they support you. They make our lives better. They're worried about your well-being. They're doing all kinds of things behind the scene that they don't get thanked for, including training you. So Workforce Support Division does really, Emma, you guys deserve another round of applause for the work you do. Yeah. Let's give all the teams one final round of applause. This is really fun. All right, so now we get the main part of the show coming up, run of the show. You're going to get to hear about some of the heroes from this last year. But again, I want to remind you all, you are all heroes to the public you serve, believe me. It's not used, that word is not used enough about this organization, about the individuals that work here. Every one of you, every day, no matter what you do for the department, you're a hero to somebody and they don't know it. You're making it easy for people to get to work. You're giving children an opportunities they wouldn't have otherwise. You're delivering safe, clean, and reliable water. You're making a difference when it comes to the long-term viability of LA County, frankly, given the challenges that are going on. The infrastructure in any community is the backbone, sort of lungs, life support system of any community. You can measure the quality of life of a community by the way the infrastructure looks, and doesn't ours look so good? Thank you, everyone, for what you do every day. Let's get on with the show.
Thank you, Director. That's always really special, but how many of you realize that Emergency Management Group sent us a test dock activation as part of their cheer? Well done, Josh. All right, let's get the show rolling. Please welcome Deputy Director Luis Ramirez for the Public Servants of the Month for 2024.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let's give all of you one more round of applause. I think that's the best roll call that I've seen in several years, so thank you for that. So I'm here to announce the 2024 Public Servants of the Month. The program recognizes individuals who demonstrate public works values while exceeding expectations of their supervisors. The recognition is extended to individuals who contribute significantly to productivity, overall success of their divisions, sections, or units by consistently performing at an exceptional level, taking the initiative to solve problems and work challenges. As you know, we're always trying to figure out how to make things better. And also demonstrating reliability, perseverance, focus on results. Demonstrating professionalism and positive attitude, and being a team player and interacting positively with each other and also the public. Nominations are sent to the awards committee for review, and the committee's recommendations are forwarded and approved by administration. Each Public Servant of the Month has had the opportunity to meet one-on-one with our director and also receives a reception with their chain of command. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to recognize the Public Servants of the Month for the year of 2024. When I call your name, please come up on stage so we can recognize you, and it's okay to clap as I call their names, but you'll have an opportunity to recognize everybody at the end. All right, so for the month of January, Arlene Santos with Human Resources Division. For the month of February, we have Sylvia Arechiga with Land Development. For the month of March, we have Mirieli Nasser, Environmental Programs Division. For the month of April, Danny Slutin with Building and Safety. For the month of May, Shabam Nourouzi with Stormwater Maintenance Division. For the month of June, Jose Ayala with Workforce Support Division. For the month of July, Nitin Singh with Fleet Management Division. For the month of August, Tegan Ferdinandson with Sewer Maintenance Division. For September, Lucine Srivastava with Environmental Programs Division. October, my birthday month, Vanessa Morielli with Fleet Management Division. November, Dwayne Johnson with Sewer Maintenance Division. And then last, but definitely not least, David Clays with Stormwater Maintenance Division. So please welcome everybody, and let's give him one more round of applause. Are we taking a picture, or are we moving forward? Are we getting off the stage? Off the stage, let's go.
Let's give them another big round of applause. And thank you, Luis. So today, as we celebrate employee excellence and achievement, we also take a moment to honor and remember the members of our workforce who passed away this past year, including former director Harry Stone. Their dedication, hard work, and contributions left a lasting impact on Public Works and the communities we serve. Let's take a moment to reflect on their memory and celebrate the profound impact they made during their time with us. Thank you. And while he wasn't actually a member of our county family, I do want to take a moment to recognize Mac. How many of you remember Mac from the cafeteria? Again, he wasn't officially part of our Public Works family, but he always gave me a smile in the morning when he said, "I hear you." Now to introduce the Mario Sanchez Safety Award, please welcome Deputy Director Vince Yu.
Good morning. It's kind of a hard act to follow here, but still, I'm very honored to be here to present the Mario Sanchez Safety Award. The Mario Sanchez Safety Award was established to recognize employees for safety practices and behavior in the workplace. The award is named in honor of Mario Sanchez, who tragically lost his life in 1991 when his safety rope snapped while he was working on a mountain face next to Pacoima Dam. In Mario's memory and in recognition of the importance of safety in the workplace, this award is presented to an individual or groups of employees who have embodied and actively supported the Public Works Safety Program, maintain an outstanding safety record of at least 5 years with no accidents and no lost time, and develop a reputation of being safe on the job, promoting safe practices among coworkers, instituted programs or services that preserve the safety of the public. So this year, we're pleased to present the Mario Sanchez Safety Award to, drum roll please, Weld Shop Operations, Operational Services. Let's watch the video to learn about the unit's ongoing commitment to safety.
For over 5 years, the Weld Shop unit in the Operational Services Division has maintained an impeccable safety record. No accidents, no lost time.
I couldn't be more proud of our welding operation and what they do. We only have 4 shops and 15 people to take care of all of our customers. And one of the things to remember is it's not just our internal customers, it's the public as well.
I think I have a great crew, and it means a lot to me because the way that they come in here, I tell them, is the same way I want you to go home every day.
The Weld Shop unit is committed to proactive safety measures, a necessity in this hazardous job.
Welding in itself is inherently extremely dangerous. In fact, I look at it as probably one of the more dangerous occupations here in the department.
Every single day before the crew starts, we have a safety huddle. Doesn't matter, it's at least 10 to 15 minutes and we talk about safety. We go over everything from wearing your PPEs, making sure you're in the street, watching out for equipment when you're out on the site.
It's second nature to them as far as safety goes. It's built into their processes. They don't even think about it. It's natural.
Fully understanding the risks of welding and pipe fitting, the Weld Shop unit believes no job is worth compromising safety, and shortcuts are never an option. But safety can't just come down to individual actions. Every member of the team has to be committed to this standard. Team members are all empowered to speak up and stop work if conditions are unsafe.
You have to lead by example all the time and be open to constructive criticism. So if a guy sees me doing something that's unsafe, let me know and I'm open to it, and vice versa. If I see it, then I'm going to relay that to you.
I'm watching constantly, eagle-eyeing everything and making sure. So I just don't sit at my desk going, oh, the guy said it, I'm going out, because I know things can happen, and once they happen, then I can't get it back.
We care for each other here in our weld shop.
The Weld Shop unit fosters a culture of trust and collaboration, both within the team and with other divisions and field staff. Before any major project, they consult with employee health and safety to make sure the job site is secure, ensuring all hazards are identified and mitigated.
safety is always on the forefront of any job that we approach. It's always safety.
Our welding operation, all the staff are, they're extremely adaptable, they're creative, and able to address situations as they occur on the fly. I mean, that's huge.
The weld shop unit's work is essential to Public Works infrastructure and field operations. From repairing water service mains to replacing fire hydrants, they directly support the safety of all Public Works employees and communities we serve.
It's about keeping the people that we serve safe, and I think that's really important too, and that's the other aspect of it. These guys understand that, when they're welding on something structurally, that has to hold.
Congratulations to the Weld Shop unit, winners of the 2025 Mario Sanchez Safety Award.
So, Weld Shop Operations Unit, crew members, please join me on stage. Please come up. Well, I'm going to ask the nominator, Gary Sanderson, to say a few words.
Thank you, Vince. Director, I'd like to also thank you for acknowledging the trades. It's important to us, so thank you. I'm actually really excited that we get a chance to acknowledge these individuals here. They play such a crucial role in the department. Their job, everything that they do is dangerous, okay? And they're out there day in and day out, and not just during the workday, but after hours on the weekends. They're the ones that are lying in ditches underneath a pipe and welding while it's downpouring and you got traffic rushing by. These are the ones that are out on the dams and in the pump stations installing safety devices so that other employees can work safely. And the fact that they produce the amount of work that they do and not get hurt is absolutely amazing. And I'm just very proud that I get a chance to work with these guys. So I want to make a big deal about it. They deserve this. It's very fitting for what they do. Thank you.
Great job. Great job. Thank you.
The humility of these guys, if they were standing any further back, they'd be in the parking lot. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. And now to introduce the Public Service Awards Committee, please welcome Administrative Deputy Director Jeff Howard.
Good morning. I'm Jeff Howard, your Administrative Deputy. The Public Servant of the Month and Public Service Awards process begins with a nomination from supervisors or work colleagues to the Public Service Awards Program Committee. The nominations are reviewed by the committee and recommendations are forwarded to administration for final consideration and approval. The committee is composed of a chairperson from Workforce Support Division, and 10 staff members representing a cross-section of the agency. Division heads serve one-year terms, and assistant division heads and section managers serve two-year terms. Committee members are seasoned employees who understand the Public Works values. Committee members are also individuals who have worked in multiple divisions. At this time, I would like to introduce the awards committee members. Please stand when I call your name. First, my teammate, Chair Emma Ayala of Workforce Support Division. Michael De La Cruz of Information Technology Division, Operations and Infrastructure. George De La O of Stormwater Engineering. Hannah Dewey of Survey Mapping and Property Management. Keegan Fahey of Project Management 3. Mark Lombos, Stormwater Quality. You got a fan club, Mark. Al McCrae of Stormwater Maintenance. Nandini Moran of Design Division. George Patterson of Road Maintenance Division. Andrew Ross of Transportation Planning and Programs. Emiko Thompson, Environmental Programs. Let's give them all another round of applause. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay, let's get to the big awards. The Innovation in Public Service Award. And awardees, please come forward when the deputy calls your group, your name up. To introduce the Innovation in Public Service Award, please welcome Deputy Director Sid Tesoro.
Oh yeah, there you go. I had asked for some walk-up music, so yeah. So thank you for that. Some of you may know this is my second tour here, and Director, back in the 80s, it wasn't like this. So it's come a long way. So I just want to say, P-Dub, you guys showed up today, so thank you. All right. So I am pleased to present the Innovation in Public Service Award to a very deserving group of individuals. This award is presented to a team of employees who have developed and implemented programs, projects, or processes that best exemplify the Public Works value of innovation. The selection committee reviewed the nominations, and after a careful consideration, 2 teams were selected as finalists. The 2 nominations for the Innovation in Public Service Award are the Anti-Theft Pull Box Covers team and Road Maintenance Rims team. Let's find out more about the nominees.
Copper wire theft and vandalism put our community's critical electrical infrastructure at risk until the Anti-Theft Pullbox Cover Team from the Operational Services and Transportation Planning and Programs divisions stepped up with an innovative solution. The team collaborated with a local business to design and deploy custom steel covers, stopping theft in its tracks. Their efforts reduced maintenance calls, increased efficiency, and led to overall cost savings. Other communities have even looked to model their own solutions after the team's designs. The team's ingenuity didn't just solve a problem, it improved public safety locally and beyond. Facing delays, errors, and inefficiencies, the Road Maintenance Division knew they needed a smarter way to serve the public. Geographic Information Systems, GIS, technology allowed them to integrate real-time data collection, interactive dashboards, and instant communication tools to transform field operations. The team trained over 200 engineers and field crews in GIS and was able to adapt the system to mobile reporting to deliver near instant field data during fire, wind, and storm events. Their innovation not only improved service delivery, but set the stage for future advancements in asset management and the potential for replication in other areas of public works. The RIMS team is redefining efficiency, one data point at a time. Congratulations to the 2025 nominees for Innovation and Public Service.
So I got the magic envelope. And the Innovation in Public Service Awards goes to Anti-Theft Pull Box Covers. All right, let's watch their video.
Across the region, a rise in copper wire theft and vandalism damaged critical electrical infrastructure, disrupting traffic signals, lighting systems, and public safety. Pull boxes, which provide underground wiring access, were particularly vulnerable, and conventional deterrent methods repeatedly failed to stop thieves.
Very frustrating for not only the residents who had to deal with the inoperable traffic signals, street lights, but also for our field crews who has to constantly come back to the same location and fix the same thing over and over again.
For instance, in the Florence Firestone area, there were 3 copper wire thefts within a 2.5-month time frame. Each time it took crews an entire day of work to put the traffic signals and street lights back in operation.
The morale was down. It was frustrating, just being hit after hit. And we hear it on the news. And all of a sudden, sometimes we come in first thing in the morning, we got to go back out there.
I did ask our chief electrician at the time, is there a better pull box cover that's anti-vandal proof? He said no, everything vandals have always found a way around, whether it's a special locking mechanism.
When looking for an out-of-the-box idea, it can take outside collaboration. Emelina Navoa, senior civil engineering assistant with the Operational Services Division, worked with a local business to develop a heavy-duty half-inch steel pull box cover with a hook mechanism designed to be anti-smash and anti-pry.
We found this particular vendor that showed prospects in his design, so we were able to bring him in and do some demos and have the guys out in the field test them out.
I looked at it the very first time and I was trying to examine how would I break this? How would I break this? I did not see a flaw in it.
So it was a material, and it was also his design and the way it locked and the way it was not easy to access. It was very durable. I think it was also very easy to install for the guys.
The vandals don't want to spend several hours at one location trying to get into this cover and steal the wires. They'll go to some other location where it'd be easier for them.
The impact of the new pull box covers was immediate.
In less than a year since we started, we have over 100 installation of the special pull box covers made, and we have not had a single copper wire stolen for any of the new pull box covers.
For somebody to create something like this and to actually see it working, this has been great.
Reduced maintenance calls meant that crews were freed up to focus on other projects, and community members were able to have more reliable access to properly working infrastructure.
It brought a lot of relief that we did find something that actually did work.
As public servants, we're always looking to help our communities and improve our communities, and I find a joy in knowing that especially disadvantaged communities get to have more security in their streets.
The success of the anti-theft pull box covers has gained broad attention, with other communities considering adopting the design to curb their own theft challenges.
It's very rewarding to know that the county is the one setting the example, and they're coming to us for ideas.
Congratulations to the Anti-Theft Pull Box Covers team, winners of the 2025 Award for Innovation in Public Service.
Team members, please join us on stage. Come on up. let's ask a representative from the team to say a few words. You?
I'd like to say thank you. I mean, this was a team effort. Emily, we call her, came up and got the local small vendor on board. They said there was nothing we can do to stop copper wire theft. I would like to think differently. We are a team effort. It was definitely their effort to bring it to my attention that of the problem we had, all the copper wire theft, constantly going out to the same location, the same neighborhood, the disruption to the traffic, to the community. I mean, it had a big impact, and I'm glad that we were able to find a solution. So thank you.
Thanks once again, and let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you.
Our next award is a heavy lift. It takes 2 deputies to present it. Our Outstanding Team Award, please welcome Assistant Directors Art Vandervis and Mickey Esposito.
Hello. Look at this crowd, Art.
Yeah, no kidding. Except Kurjan, we're assistant directors, not deputies.
It's AI. It's AI.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. The Outstanding Team Award is presented to a group that provides a distinguished level of service for public works or a countywide assignment. Team members may be employees from a single division or work together in a group or a project team from various divisions, as long as they work together for a limited time toward a specific purpose. The Outstanding Team Award recognizes excellence, achievement, outstanding contributions to public works and to the county through team accomplishment. Award nominees consistently performed above the expectation of management, demonstrated a keen understanding of the agency's mission, vision, and values, and incorporated those values into their project. This year, the selection committee received 6 nominations for Outstanding Team. Now I'll turn it over to Mickey Esposito to announce the finalists and the winners.
Mickey Esposito, Deputy Director. All right, after careful review and consideration, 3 of those teams were selected as finalists. They are Transportation Bipartisan Infrastructure Law Grants Team, Street, there we go. Streetlight Acquisition and LED Conversion Project Team, and the Belvedere Garbage Disposal District Transition Team. It's going to be tough. Let's listen to find out more about the nominees.
Seizing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the Transportation Bipartisan Infrastructure Law Grants team worked tirelessly to secure funding for Los Angeles County's historically underserved communities. Collaborating across divisions, their work secured 13 grant awards totaling $79.2 million in 2024. Their unique community-first approach for grant applications and funding stood out to evaluators. The team even included heartfelt handwritten letters from school children to advocate for safety improvements in one application. Beyond securing funds, they fostered collaboration and reimagined transportation planning to uplift our local communities. The Streetlight Acquisition and LED Conversion Project team took bold steps to enhance safety, efficiency, and equity of street lighting in Los Angeles County. After acquiring 30,000 streetlights within the unincorporated county area from Southern California Edison, they revamped operations, improved response times, and converted outdated lights to custom energy-efficient LEDs that emitted a warmer, softer, community-friendly light while still enhancing nighttime visibility. Their coordination across 4 divisions and multiple disciplines set new industry standards, expanded broadband access for disadvantaged communities, and positioned the county for future technological advancements. Prioritizing customer experience, the cross-functional Belvedere Garbage Disposal District transition team successfully transitioned waste hauling services for 19,000 residents and businesses in a tight 2-month timeframe. They dedicated a hotline, hosted community meetings, partnered with local groups, and engaged residents with multilingual outreach. Their collaboration, innovation, and commitment to public service earned the trust of the East LA community and established a model for future transitions. Congratulations to the 2025 nominees for Outstanding Team in Public Service.
All right, so the 2025 Outstanding Team Award goes to the Belvedere Garbage Disposal District Transition Team. Let's watch their video.
Transitioning waste hauling services for an entire community is no small feat. But when East Los Angeles needed a seamless switch, the Belvedere Garbage Disposal District Transition Team stepped up to the challenge.
This would not have been a success without such a wonderful team. We had a team that was made up of staff from Environmental Programs Division, as well as getting outside help from other divisions.
It was really crucial and fundamental to be able to work together, such a diverse group, different divisions, coming together for different aspects of the project.
You know, it was a really big undertaking for that, and we wanted it to go very well. The last transition that we had prior to this did not go so well, so this was really on everyone's radar to go as smoothly as possible.
The team exchanged 75,600 carts and 1,200 dumpsters in just 2 months, while ensuring that 19,000 residents and businesses experienced no disruption in their trash and recycling services. Their work wasn't just logistical. It was about people, prioritizing customer service, and community engagement.
I have to put myself in their shoes and be understanding of the situation. There's a lot of unknowns. It's scary not knowing what kind of fee hikes there might be, what kind of transitional changes there might be.
The team got creative, organizing 5 community meetings and a variety of multilingual outreach events to educate and engage residents about the transition.
It's very important for the residents to see us in their community. That way they see that we actually have a vested interest.
Instead of just having an email with no face to it or a phone number with no face to it, we were out there physically with our names on our badges and our logos on our shirts.
There's a big contingency of Spanish speakers, so tenemos que hablar en su idioma, ¿verdad? And so every question in Spanish, I would answer it in Spanish. Every question in English, I would answer it in English. Sometimes I had to use both.
Collaboration was key. The cross-functional team, made up of staff from at least 6 different divisions, met regularly to troubleshoot issues and make real-time decisions that kept the project moving forward.
Everyone knows their role, knows what to do, and there was a lot of preparation that led up to the implementation.
It's really kind of a mishmash of people from all walks of life, but we come together, we tackle everything head on.
We had one purpose, and to make sure we executed this transition successfully, and to make sure our customers, our residents and businesses obtain the services they needed without any interruption to their services during this transition.
Their dedication and innovative approach resulted in a nearly flawless transition, receiving complaints from only 0.06% of the population, and making huge strides toward Public Works' vision to become the most trusted public agency in the region.
This definitely can be a huge model to implement for all of our other transitions.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I believe the community of East LA also could attest that we executed this transition very successfully.
Congratulations to the Belvedere Garbage Disposal District Transition Team, winners of the 2025 Award for Outstanding Team in Public Service.
All right, Team Belvedere, get up here. Come on up.
I'm just going to shake hands with them. say a few things.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this acknowledgement for the teamwork. They did an amazing job. I know months and months when we were planning this, they had a communication plan ready to be executed. They had one thing in mind. They want to make sure like the customers knew what's coming their way, what to do, who to complain to if there's an issue. They worked with the haulers, regular meetings. It was definitely a team effort. They did multiple community meetings in culturally competent manner, which is what we were looking for. Transition went so smooth. This year we're going to have 3 transitions. We want to make sure we do the same model what we did there to ensure these transitions are going to go successfully. So thank you for the Belvedere team. It was definitely amazing job and team effort. So thank you.
Art, I can't seem to get your introduction right. There's always next year, right?
Kind of like last year.
This one I will get right. To present the Public Servant of the Year Award, please welcome back our Public Works Director, Mark Pastrella.
I was caught off guard there. I was just taking it all in. I'm sure all of you were too. The managers in this room have to be so delighted and to know who works for us and what they do every day. And this is such a good opportunity for me to see your innovation, your commitment in action. I don't know how, and by the way, I'm going to stop and thank the committee that works on this, delivering outstanding nominees as well as awardees. Your work is important. You don't get paid to do that. We actually volunteer you to do that. And I'm hoping you're feeling like I'm really overwhelmed by the depth of commitment and competency in our department in public service. So I want to thank the committee that really produced a tremendous slate of awardees for this and winners for this event this year. So thank you. I also just got to tell you, I'm sitting there like, I don't usually use the word, but I guess I usually reserve it for my children, but I just want to tell you, that you're not my children, but I just want to tell you I feel very proud. I feel very proud. I don't know why I have that. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. I feel very proud to be represent you, all of you, in your work. I guess I'm never too surprised by what we can do, but I know we push you and push you and push you to do more. I think that's what happens to people that deliver. You always ask for more. And I know when I read cultural surveys about our department, people say, we just do so much, and it's true. We do so much. I don't know if I could fill you up with enough thanks and praise for what you do. Khalid said it perfectly. You went from one place to another. The transition, the change you made, and the way you converted the minds of people and gained the trust of community from where we were. One of the most significant blows for Public Works to champions, awardees. Excellent, excellent. The words you used too, trust, cultural competency, safety, they all hit home for me. And any leader who has a strategic plan loaded with those values in it, to see you all be emblematic of it, this group and all the other groups, the teams from OSD is killing it this year. Amazing. The innovation. The innovation in place, innovation for public service, totally true. One of the things that we have to remember about the signals is that every time a signal is out, count on it, someone's going to die or get hurt. It's just the way it is. The traffic safety people will tell you that, TSM will tell you that a change in traffic pattern or signalization, whether it's a new stop sign or one goes out or a signal that goes out, you can count on someone getting hurt, because our eyes as drivers, we tend to take things for granted in our mind. We're processing so much. We don't obey a change in traffic. And when the copper's gone, the signal's out, and now it's a flashing signal, hopefully even signal flashing. It's really amazing. And then also the safety impact of that. So I could go on. The awards were awesome this year. The safety components, they're all indicative. And we don't have all the time in the world for me to go around to every one of you I hope you can see something in me. I know about what you do. I study it. I'm aware of it. Someone said we have the numbers. That's true. We have the numbers to prove and to act upon, to be informed by community. One of the things that the group that didn't win, I know, the road maintenance yard there, that you all were collecting, the RIMS group from road, that really changed our way, what we were investing in and how we're reacting based on data. And the group has been producing really interesting information about our service and what people are asking for. You know, trash removal, graffiti removal, traffic safety continue to be incredibly important. And the fact that we're able to put real-time data around that and actually focus our services on it. So to that group that didn't get the Innovation Award, I was rooting for you, but I also was rooting for this group too, because you guys have done so much to change the way people's lives, to save lives and to protect lives. You just may not know it. You just don't know how many lives you saved. All of you in your innovation have done that. The Public Servant of the Year is reserved for that individual who exemplifies outstanding and consistent support of the agency's mission, vision, and values. The mission is to plan, design, build, maintain, and operate world-class infrastructure for everyone, for all. And that goes to our focus on equity, that all citizens, no matter where they live, operate, their economic status, they all deserve that infrastructure. We've been working on and identifying is where we have underinvested and where we need to invest more to bring everyone up, but also we're looking at future infrastructure and its ability to serve the public and maintain a quality life, or actually improve quality of life, I should say, even though we are facing some of the most interesting and significant challenges in our world. The global impact of heating of our atmosphere is making tremendous changes and giving civil engineering and infrastructure agencies real fits. One of our responsibilities is to act upon what we know. And as an agency that believes in science and engineering and believes in understanding the people we serve. Someone said we have to know the people that shoes we're standing in. That was perfect. I heard that. I loved it. You can't really operate for them unless you know them and you're standing in their shoes. You put away all of your issues and you listen to what the need of the community is. You've done a great job of that. Well, we also owe it to that same community to say what we know. What we know is coming. More challenges to our water system. More challenges to our road system. More challenges to communities' health and safety due to overheating of our environment, whether it's impacts of sun, climate, or weather changes like having a potential tornado go through LA County, of all things. These are real challenges. And this is the hard part for all of us. People are leaning on us. They are leaning on us. That's sometimes hard for us to hear and to go home at night with, right? Every time when I go to bed at night, I think, did I do enough for everyone that I serve? Is there more I could do? You today have really, and this person that we're about to award this to, exemplifies that same level of thinking about our job. And so, last year's recipient, let's talk about her first. Last year's recipient certainly exemplifies the values I just talked about, and that's Caitlin Hannon. Caitlin has got to be here. She's probably out serving. Where's Caitlin? Okay, well, Caitlin got a good round of applause. I don't see her, but she's a civil engineer in our construction management group, Project Management Division 1. And she's, here we go. She's been on special assignment providing critical support to our Equity and Infrastructure Initiative. Again, let's give Caitlin a round of applause for her award last year. She's way back there. I see. Someone's pointing at her, but she's not standing up. Caitlin, you got to stand up one last time. There we go. Okay. Keep an eye on Caitlin. She's doing big things for community. Now, this year, after careful review and consideration, and this is the hardest one, by the way, and as Jeff said, these nominations make their way up to administration. You know, administration. I never thought I'd be part of the administration. You know, when I was in your shoes, I I prefer to call it, the department executive team. And when it gets here, we deal with, what we typically deal with at the executive level is the 5% of the hardest problems. Day to day, you are solving so many problems that we don't need to get in your way. And then there's just that policy level stuff that comes up, and it's like you got to make a decision, and there's no right answer. That's what makes the job unique and difficult at my level, and particularly is I got to pick one way or the other, and they're both good answers. And so what I do to make this decision, any decision, is I apply my values, the values of this department, to that decision making, and really comes down to what's best for community in the end. Because after all, I am a public servant. So it's no different when this decision comes, because it actually ends up for the three of you finalists, it ends up on my desk. And I'm like endorsing that last choice, and it's tough. I mean, the committee that works on this, I know what you go through. And sometimes we let's just give two away. But we only can pick one. And I tell them we got to have one. So for the finalists you hear here, know that, basically all of you are heroes, as everyone I've said here is. And then you've reached this level of being nominated and then reviewed by your peers and said that these all three are totally qualified. Director, make a decision, which is hard. So I want to acknowledge, in no particular order, the finalists for this year's Public Servant of the Year. And you've already seen them on the stage, believe it or not. Mary Earl Nasir from Environmental Programs Division. David Claes from Stormwater Maintenance Division. You got it. So you better have that envelope. And then Dwayne Johnson from Sewer Maintenance Division. Okay, so let's give our nominee, wait, actually, I wrapped right through this, didn't I? So we're going to watch some videos about all three nominees right now, real quick.
Mariel Nasir, a program manager too with the Environmental Programs Division, has played a key role in transforming solid waste management in East LA. Leading the Belvedere Garbage Disposal District transition, she tackled complex regulations, developed an innovative franchise contract, and ensured seamless service for thousands of residents and businesses. Her exceptional communication and commitment to customer service are well noted by her colleagues and supervisors. A detail-oriented problem solver and true subject matter expert, Mariel goes above and beyond to support her team and community. For more than 4 decades, heavy stationary equipment mechanic David Claes has played an essential role in our county's stormwater maintenance, ensuring critical infrastructure remains operational when it matters most. From his careful maintaining of the 1969 Hamilton Bowl South Pump Station natural gas engine to his swift resolution of emergency generator issues at Imperial Yard, David's technical expertise, proactive approach, and dedication to safety have continuously prevented disruptions across the county. As a crew leader for the Sewer Maintenance Division, Dwayne Johnson coordinates equipment service across South, Lawndale, and Santa Clarita yards. Whether managing floodings or repairing vehicles, Dwayne is a problem solver and the ultimate team player. He steps up without hesitation, once even coming in on his day off to make sure a vital part for an emergency response vehicle was picked up personally. A lifelong resident of the county, Dwayne's approach is all about showing up for his team and neighbors, and his commitment to service shines through in every task. Congratulations to the 2025 nominees for Public Servant of the Year.
You see why the decision is so darn hard. I don't even want to announce the winner. You three come up. No, I'm just kidding. Again, the recipient of the Public Servant of the Year Award is, or this year for 2024, 25, thank you. Don't be laughing at me. Okay, drum roll, please. Public Servant of the Year is Mr. Dave Claes. Come on up, Dave. You and I are gonna watch a video about you. Okay, you ready? All right,
Since
here,
the
you can watch it
very
here.
inception of Public Works, David Clays has played a critical role in keeping the vital equipment of the county's stormwater maintenance division running. His interest in mechanics started early.
I started out when I was a kid, and I used to take things apart just to see how they worked.
As a teenager, he helped his neighbor fix cars and took auto mechanics classes all through high school. He started his career working at a car dealership before being hired by the county.
I just happened to be looking in the classified section of the LA Times. The county was advertising hiring power equipment mechanics. So my coworker and I took the day off. We went down and got interviewed. He failed the interview, I passed it. Long story short, I got the job and he didn't. So that's how I got started.
Now, 45 years later, David still sets the gold standard for technical expertise and precision.
I'm good at diagnosing problems and trying to get them restored and working again. Not too many people know how to do that, and I do.
He doesn't just maintain systems, he keeps operations running smoothly, identifying critical concerns before they become major problems. And he achieves all of this with an impeccable safety record. He's gone 43 years without any lost time incidents.
I've been here so long doing this, I know the history of every station and every detail of discrepancies each station has. And when I know a rain comes, I know this needs attention first.
David is known for his iconic red diaries, daily records he's kept since his first year on the job, with decades of entries carefully chronicling where he's been and what he's worked on, a living archive of dedication and detail.
He's like an encyclopedia, he is. He really has everything jotted down, what kind of engine, this pump station has, what model is, and I'm like, geez, you write everything down? He goes, yeah, I actually do. He goes, I write everything down in articles that may pertain to the pump station. I have them too.
Dave has pulled out his red diary where he has taken great notes of specifics on what has happened that day. So giving very detailed information on, the past, but also super knowledgeable about what to proceed with in the present.
David has also built a legacy through mentorship.
Every time a new mechanic comes online, he's kind of like the guy that takes them around, shows them the pump stations, how it works, and kind of takes them under his belt.
He is super knowledgeable, and his level of expertise is truly appreciated. No matter who he's around, he's providing guidance and a pathway toward excellence.
Very inspiring as a supervisor, because you got a gentleman who can pretty much be a supervisor too. The way he thinks, the way he kind of looks at it, he's looking to train, he's looking to teach, he's looking to share his knowledge.
I just feel good about mentoring people.
Whether diagnosing complex issues, leading through emergencies, or inspiring others, David's steady presence reassures his team and strengthens public trust. He plans to retire this July, but his legacy will continue on for decades to come.
I really look up to Dave in serving 45 years at the county. He sets a great example and expectation for others.
It just gives me a good feeling that people appreciate what I do.
Congratulations to David Clays, the 2025 Public Servant of the Year.
Awesome, Dave. Well, this is what happens. Well, I was like watching that, Dave, and I'm like, oh, I got a name for him, Mr. Public Works. Amazing. You exemplify so much of the values, as I said. And you live them every day. That's the difference. And watching that, I knew that about you, but it's nice to see that your colleagues put together a nice summary of who you are. The Red Book cracks me up because they gave this to all of us when we started. Mm-hmm. I have a bunch of those at home too. And yes, I wrote down everything I was doing. That's why they're at home. So they call those the Red Book Diaries, or what do they call that? Dave's Diaries?
More or less.
Yeah, okay. Dave, all kidding aside, thank you for your absolute commitment to public service and to this department and to the community of Los Angeles County at large. The things you've worked on have make a difference. The reliability and certainty that you create in the work that you do, and really important to me, the passing on of the knowledge to the next generation, giving people a new career path. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of people in our department come through your shop, work with you, and go on to different things and bigger things in their lives. And you just don't know how many people you've changed their lives and their families just by that mentorship. So I want to thank you for that too. One of the things about Dave that he has in common with the other nominees is you saw that he was the Public Servant of the Month. And Dave, as a part of the Public Servant of the Month ceremony, you typically get a challenge coin. And I understand that you don't have your challenge coin yet, so I can't challenge you about it. But so to make it official and so that I can challenge you every time I see you, I'm actually going to give you your challenge coin here first. Okay. So the challenge coin for everybody's information is my personal challenge coin minted when I became the director. It reflects my commitment to public service. It has my family, some family tradition on it. It has my grandfather's lighthouse on it. And it has a Hawaiian term, Oni Pa'a, which means stay steadfast. On one side, Dave, it has a Hawaiian maile leaf on one side in the lighthouse, and it has a Public Works emblem. On the back side, it has the county emblem on it, and it says that it's presented to you from the 6th Director of Public Works. And this is presented to you to commemorate and to think about all that you've done in the past in terms of public service, but what you'll do in the future. And I know I heard in there a little thing about leaving, retirement. It was like, really?
Maybe I should cancel it. Just kidding.
I can tell your family's not here. So, Dave, I want to give you this. Okay, so carry that. Okay. Okay. And then I'll give you some bling. This is what we give everybody in these awards, and this is a commemoration, a medallion commemorating you as the 2025 Public Servant of the Year for Public Works. Please take that and wear it in good health. This is the part where you come up and look at that, perfect. So you get to come up and say something to folks, and I usually ask that you will please share with them how you've maintained this commitment to public service over 40, how many?
Well, July will be 45.
45 years.
Not all in public works.
That's okay, it's 45 years. You ditched work and came to work here. I like that. Anyway, Dave, come on up to the microphone.
I'm not good at public speaking, but I just want to thank everybody. It's been a real pleasure working in public works, and when I do retire, I'll miss everybody here, but I'll come back and visit. So I just want to thank everybody. It's a real honor, and thank you so much.
Wow, what a morning. Just a great story of public service there. Let's give all of our awardees another round of applause. The great Shirley Chisholm was the first African-American woman elected to Congress, and she said, "Public service is the rent we pay for living on this earth." So if that's true, clearly guys like Dave and all the other awardees we have here have extra time in the books for the work they put in. Thank you all for your dedication, your compassion, and your commitment. And as we wrap up our award ceremony today, I almost don't want to let you go. Please, awardees, make your way toward the front once we break. And I want to thank the workforce support team, the AV team, our CGR team that put this event together. And a special shout out to Gabrielle Barber, who did the voiceover and the writing for the videos we have today. She deserves a special recognition there. Thank you all for coming up today, showing up, and celebrating our awardees. Have a fantastic afternoon. Welding shop, please come to the front. Welding shop. Welding shop, come on up. Go. Yeah, that's OSD. Yep. Is there any facilities that's here?
They're gonna bring up
What's up, man?
What's going on? Which one is
Yeah.